Tonight in suburban Detroit, bowling legend Parker Bohn III starts his bid to become the oldest ever champion in PBA Tour history. The Contenders round of the 2023 USBC Masters starts right now on FS1. From historic Thunderbowl in Allen Park, Michigan, minutes from Detroit. Tonight we start 2 days of coverage of the 2023 USBC Masters. Here on FS1, for the first time ever, we present the Contenders round. 6 bowlers bid for 2 spots to get the Sunday's championship show at 1 Eastern on Fox. Single elimination bowling to get to Sunday, where top-seeded defending champion Anthony Simonson and Brooklyn's Michael Martell await as the top 2 seeds. On this show tonight, 6 bowlers. We start with Sherman, Smallwood, PB3 against Sean Rash. Single elimination. The winner of match 1 takes on Chris Fye. The winner of match 2 takes on Patrick Dombrowski. Losers go home. Welcome to Allen Park. Great to have with us this tremendous bowling center, Dave Ryan, alongside the Hall of Famer Randy Peterson. History, first ever broadcast of the Contenders series. And yeah, RP, they're cheering for him here in Allen Park. And we can't wait to watch Anthony Simonson on Sunday. He's been amazing.
Man, I'll tell you what, one of the best talents we have out here, if not the best. Anthony Simonson is hotter than Georgia asphalt right now. And I'll tell you what, the defending champ of this event. Simonson, the youngest to win not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 majors. Can we make it 5? I'll tell you what, if you want to dethrone that man right there, you got to beat him in the title match, not once, but twice with this new format.
Last year, he beat 58-year-old Norm Duke and 59-year-old Parker Bohn III.
What is this,
alive and well
the old guys tournament?
In this event, PB3 has been tremendous, going for another major.
Parker Bohn III, man, I mean, 35 wins, 8 senior titles to his credit. But I'll tell you what, he's represented the PBA like no other, next to the great Dick Weber. And I'll tell you what, he's represented the sport, he's represented himself, and he is definitely the sentimental favorite coming into this event tonight.
We can't wait to watch PB3 again. He's joined now at lane level by our Kimberly Presley.
Thanks, Dave. So, Parker, listen, you're going for your 2nd Masters win in your illustrious career. But you know what? You told us in pre-show interviews that that's kind of secondary to the road it took you to get here. Why is that?
It really is. You know, this was an opportunity to bowl a PBA event, the USBC Masters, a major on the PBA Tour, not just by myself, but with my 2 sons right here behind me. I qualified with my 1 son, Justin, for 15 games. Brandon was fortunate to make it to match play, and we've been riding the wave ever since.
Making memories all this week, but today it might be a little bit extra luck for you because it's somebody's birthday too, right?
It sure is. One of my older boys, Evan. I know you're out there, buddy. Happy birthday.
Well, let's hope that's good luck for you.
Hope so. Thank you.
All right, KP, thanks so much. The first family of bowling there with daughter Sydney and wife Leslie. Tremendous bowlers, all of them. Here is the Contenders bracket. Sherman, Smallwood, Parker Bohn III, Sean Rash. And the winner takes on Fye in the first, and then Dombrowski in the second. 6 bowlers start tonight, only 2 survive. Martell and Simonson await the winners as the top 2 seeds. Sunday at 1 Eastern on Fox in the championship show. Kyle Sherman steps up to start us tonight from Allen Park. First ever shot in a major, successful for Kyle Sherman, all 10 down. Up steps Tom Smallwood.
Almost a home game for him, Dave. It's like a 2-hour drive.
Perfect, right?
Back to Saginaw.
A lot of family and friends are in the stands here tonight. He knows this bowling center, this arena setting as well as anyone. True Michigan. Looking for a major. Comes in high. 3-6-10 stand here for Smalls.
3-6-10 for Smalls. He stays out of the split zone, but a high shot, and he's going to try to cover the 3-6-10 with the bowling ball. You just kind of get it just right at that 3-pin, the ball deflection to the 6 and the 10.
That's one major to his credit. Covers, little tap on the 10, he'll take it. 2018 PBA Players Championship in Columbus.
Yeah, we got a nice break here with the 6 going to the sidewall and snapping the 10 out. And you see right there, safe. Smallwood going with a Primal Shock as his orb of choice. We'll get to the oil pattern in a second. Very unique oil pattern. I love this pattern, and I think it's just kind of old school, and we heard that from a lot of the players.
Second frame for Smallwood. Good ball reaction, 1-3 pocket, all 10 down for him.
Beauty here, watch Tom Smallwood roll that bowling ball up on his wrist and then just uncorks it. And that, folks, is what we call a full roller, where it covers exactly half the full circumference of the bowling ball. Typically what we see with 95% of the players, 98% of the players out here is a 3/4 roll. That's what Kyle Sherman's using. You can see the rings just to the outside of his index finger.
Kyle Sherman looking good. Great start, tattoos the 1-3 pocket.
Hey, Dave, guess what? Kyle's using 2 different bowling balls. He's using a gem on the right lane and an infinite physics on the left to start. So already strategy in play for Kyle Sherman, and a beauty right there.
Interesting ball choice. Using different balls, different lanes. So clearly they are playing differently here with conditions. Different surface and the 4-pin.
And you can see right here those numbers just a little bit inside, and that's all it took to leave the 4-pin for Kyle Sherman. Not a bad shot, just a little deep in the pocket.
Runner-up here in this building, 2019 World Series of Bowling, the Cheetah Show to Dick Allen. So he's had success at Allen Park before. This legendary bowling center outside Detroit.
Yeah, but not like the success that Tom Smallwood's had in this building. Remember back in 2009, he did all the qualifying here. He did all the heavy lifting here in the stadium, and then went to Wichita and, well, won his first major and put himself on the bowling map.
I told you, I don't have to keep going back and forth.
Players are talking about using 2 pair of lanes. Even though we're only using 2 lanes, there's a left pair and a right pair. And if you notice, there's no ball return in the middle.
Qualified 4th to get here to this show. It's a 6th bowler show, as we've talked about. First time ever presenting this round on national TV to get to Sunday's championship show, which will have 4 bowlers and a unique twist. Back to Smallwood. Could have been a lot worse, hoping for a little pin action. Some luck there on the 4-pin, but it stands.
Short pin, tried to chase down the 4. I think Smallwood and I went to the same barber this week.
Yeah.
We're high and tight.
You're looking good, partner, as always.
Oh, thanks. You're just saying that.
I mean it. Let's take a second look here. So Sunday, RP, for the first time, the top seed will have to be beaten twice. Anthony Simonson.
Yeah. I mean,
our top seed this year.
All the players are real happy with that.
Watch out. Just enough take a look at tonight's oil pattern RP, the USBC Masters 46 feet.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, you see the players kind of playing straight and direct from out, and we don't see that a whole lot. So I really love this pattern, what Nick Hoagland did. The players are playing pretty straight from out, but the trick to this pattern is you have to avoid the extreme outside part of the lane. And why, you ask? Because it's bone dry out there. The ball will actually overhook if you get it to the outside part of the lane too quick.
2 of his 3 titles have been majors. Well done, RP. Take a look at that closely. Don't get too far outside. Smallwood. Oh, yeah.
You know, and it's rare that we talk about that because typically the players are always trying to find friction, right? Because they know that if there's friction in this zone, I can throw to that zone and my ball will ricochet off of it or hook back to the pocket. Rarely do we see so much friction that it can't be used.
Love the breakdown. Bowlers we talked to just before the show tonight, we're wary of that danger zone, especially this guy. Half of the Brad and Kyle YouTube channel, which grows by the day with subscribers. Kyle Sherman, okay, looking good.
Oh, he got it outside too, check it out. He got it to that little spot. Struggling here with my telly. Got it out to that about 2.5. 2.8. I would say probably another half an inch to the right and it goes higher. Brooklyn. Brand new surface here in the arena for this event.
And all the bowlers were excited. We talked to them pre-show about the new surface here. It's what I call a venerable bowling center. Historic.
Absolutely. This place is amazing.
Always love coming here. The signage on the outside tells you it's historic.
Tom Strobel and his people, man, just amazing place. And the fans are incredible.
Place is packed tonight. Sherman. Okay.
Sherm's locked in.
Can add some more subscribers and views and likes to his YouTube channel.
Good looking shot here by Kyle Sherman for his second double through 5 frames.
Had a good chat with his buddy, Brad Miller, pre-show here tonight. He said, yeah, when we make a show, especially a major, like contender show like this one, the views and the likes and the following will skyrocket. That's good for those guys. Tom Smallwood's got a big crowd here tonight watching. Local favorite. 10-pin.
So terrible.
Dad Denny, Mom Sharon.
Didn't trust it.
Son Brady, daughter Hannah, wife Jennifer, all are here tonight.
Soft 10 on the right lane. Call it the left lane on that pair. It gets a little confusing, even for me, because, again, using 2 pair of lanes, but only 2 lanes, not 4. Little skinny on that 10-pin, too.
Just enough. Strikes so far for Tom Smallwood. Been clean, no opens yet for either bowler. Really good match. Match 1 to advance to the next round of contenders. The loser goes home. Got to win, for these guys anyway, 2 tonight. Dombrowski and Pye just to win 1 to get to Sunday's championship. Tom Smallwood, okay.
All right, good one there. Halfway through game 1, Tom Smallwood trying to claw his way back. It's a 19-pin lead for Kyle Sherman. It's looking pretty good out there, isn't he, Dave?
Fantastic.
No, my
Underway from Allen Park, Michigan on FS1.
If my hand locks up behind it, stand.
The PBA on FS1 is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. Knock your initial mortgage rate down by up to 3% with rate reduced from Guaranteed Rate. Learn more at rate.com. We will be back Sunday 1 Eastern on Fox. Third major of the 2023 PBA Tour season. Also streaming on the Fox Sports app. We know Martel, we know Simonson are in as the top 2 seeds. Who will join them, though? 2 bowlers emerge from this show. We at the moment have 8 bowlers left at the USBC Masters. Sherman, Smallwood, great first match. Winner advances, loser done. Sherman, oh yeah! Tattoos the pocket. All 10 into the pit for Kyle Sherman.
Yeah, so far a pretty good choice for Kyle, using 2 different bowling balls on this championship pair. He's dialed in and he's making great shots, and the results are there.
Turkey for Kyle. Goes here for the 4-bagger and a 39-pin lead into the 7th frame. Really take command. Really good match. Kyle seemed focused, calm, relaxed. Competition positioning went all the way up to about 5 Eastern, a couple hours prior to the show, to solidify the bowlers on this show. Ready for success tonight. Kyle Sherman stays hot. Lead is 39 pins.
Significantly left on that shot. It holds pocket. The players are looking for hold and not friction to the right. And this one definitely held its line. Talking to some of the players, they said if Norm Duke bowled this week, he'd have killed him.
Normie almost made history last year. 58 years old, would have been the oldest ever.
What a match he had with Simonson last year.
He
Incredible.
was the top seed. Norm Duke, number 1 seed, lost to Simo in Vegas. Looking for help. Oh, come on, 10-pin. Come on.
Just 10-pin just going straight rogue on the right lane for Smallwood. Right now he's going spare strike, spare strike, spare strike. And if he covers a 10, it'll be a spare. You know what you call a game where a player goes spare strike, or strikes all the way to the 10th frame? You know what that's called? A Dutch 200 game.
Stays on track. 10-pin.
Take a look at the 2 different tracks these players are using on their bowling balls, and it's all because of their unique releases. You can see Smallwood right here, tracking in between the thumb and the fingers, whereas Kyle Sherman has that 3/4 track. 2 completely different tracks in 2 different releases, hand positions at the bottom of the swing. You can see the track right there for Smallwood. One thing you don't want is you never want the ball to flare over the fingers or thumb hole. How about Smallwood still using 14 pounds?
He needs this badly. Late trip 10 there, Randy. From 15 to 14 pounds for him, and we told you about the fans and the family. Son Brady is there in the hat, watching closely. He's by himself and taking a deep breath. How about 14 pounds? Is that something you agree with?
Well, Tom Smallwood certainly agrees with it. He says, my ball reaction is much better. Bill O'Neill tried 14 pounds, went back to 15 this week. So, I mean, whatever works, right? I need 18 pounds just to get the week 10 out.
It's a trend. The game is changing. The game's evolving. Another one. 5 in a row, a 49-pin lead. The nickel 5-bagger. Sherman is hot. Tomorrow on Fox, baseball is back as the Giants battle the reigning MVP Aaron Judge and the Yanks, or the Phillies take on Corey Seager and the Rangers. It all begins tomorrow, 3:30 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Aaron Judge, first at bat of the season against the Giants, who wooed him in the offseason, was a home run in opening day. Amazing. Time for the Paps 6-pack alert.
What's that sound? What's that sound, Dave?
Hang on. If Kyle strikes here, there we go. He'll win $1,000 sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Please remember to drink responsibly. I want your sound in a moment.
All right. Come on, Kyle.
How about half a dozen?
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah! That was 3. You have 3 more for 6. Nicely done. Way to go. $1,000 for Kyle Sherman.
Yeah, that pretty much clinches this game for Kyle Sherman, and he will be moving on. Who does he take on? Who does he get? Come on, out with it, Dave.
Got Sean Rash and PB3 awaiting.
I just need to fix my mic.
I think he takes on Chris By.
That's the next match, right? Chris By, Dombrowski. By the winner of this one. Dombrowski the winner of match 2. PB3 and Rash. Correct. Smallwood. There's a 10-pin. There's a strike, but it's late here into the 9th frame.
My fault.
Well, look at the max scores right there.
Ah. Oh, they're not that hard. He made it hard.
Well, Smallwood goes to a Jackal Ghost in the 9th frame, but unfortunately it's going to be too little too late. But it's good to see Smallwood bowling good again, man. He made
Absolutely.
some show at the Tournament of Champions. Here he's back again at the Masters and in a building where he's had a lot of success. Oh, thanks.
7-pin there.
Yeah,
Subject of the How We Roll sitcom show based on his life. Well, made it to 11 episodes. You've been in movies. I mean, it's a big deal, right? To have your
All depends on how much they pay you.
life talked about on national TV on a sitcom. I mean, pretty cool. He said some of the storylines were accurate to his life. Some were a little embellished. Some Hollywood script writing, but he said it was amazing to watch.
Wait, a sitcom about somebody's life that's embellished? Come on.
Sherman is going to advance here and take on Chris By in match 3.
I don't buy that for a second.
It's Hollywood, baby. Always great to see Michigan native Tom Smallwood on the lanes and on national TV. A great event for him, but he runs into a buzzsaw with Kyle Sherman, who is just red hot tonight, blistering the lanes here in our contenders bracket. Looking for 7 in a row.
Sherman looking at another ball on this right lane. Same ball he's using on the left. Yeah, I'd say that looks pretty good, Kyle. I think right now Kyle can pretty much do whatever he wants, and it's going to look good. What do you think, Dave? I mean,
He's on fire right now, but he's got to wait a match before he takes on Chris By, right?
I'm no expert, but I see a lot of X's on his scorecard.
A 60-pin lead in a match he's already clinched. Sean Rash, future Hall of Famer, current HOF. Parker Bohn the third. Next match should be incredible bowling on the way here from Allen Park. And Chris By, who has a 300 game in this building. You and I called it, PBA Tour Finals 2 years ago. Is ready to roll again tonight. Can't wait to watch that. Some good history, some good mojo for By. We talked about it. Parker Bohn the third, Sean Rash are next up. We started with 390 bowlers.
Solid there.
64 made match play, total pinfall, 3 games. Now we whittle it down, and Randy, who's up next?
One of the greatest that's ever lived.
Bohn the third, Rash next from Allen Park. Kyle Sherman, 279, 209 win over Tom Smallwood. Finished up with 9 straight strikes to wrap up the match. 11 total strikes for Sherman. He was fantastic.
Getting set for match number 2. Parker Bohn III against Sean Rash. Warm-ups here. Randy, you know Parker as well as anyone. What's going through his mind right now? 59 years old, another chance for PB3.
Well, I mean, I think that you have to rely on past experiences, right? Right now, Parker is only concerned with one thing, and that's finding a good ball reaction so he can compete against one of the greatest players on tour in Sean Rash. Take a look at what Parker did today in qualifying. Watch his ball reaction. You can see he's playing all hold. Yeah, talked about his family, and there they are. I'll tell you what, his kids can bowl too.
Can they ever?
Make no mistake about it.
His sons, Justin and Brandon.
Brandon made it to match play.
About that. Crossing with his kids. Amazing, right? What
Just-
an opportunity.
Parker actually crossed with Justin, meaning they were paired together for the 15-game qualifier.
I mean, at the USBC Masters.
Yeah, that's
Talk about passing the torch, Randy. It's just extraordinary.
Well, talk
He's
about-
one of the all-time great guys of bowling, too.
talk about being a proud papa. You know, that's why Parker said that this event means more to him than probably any event he's ever bowled or ever won. Where he was able.
There they are.
Yeah, where he was able
Cindy
to.
and Leslie. What's up, guys?
Where he was actually able to not only bowl with but compete with both kids. Both of those kids are tremendous young adults, and they're going to be out on this tour in the near future. You can count on that.
Sean Rash trying to overcome the back injury that's bothered him for a long time. He wasn't sure, he told us pre-match, as he gives the family one last good luck kiss if he'd be able to compete this year.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, he's been banged up, right? I mean, 2 epidurals in his back. This guy's been battling knees. A lot of medical issues going on with Sean Rash. But, you know, the one thing I noticed about him that we'll see when he gets up and throws a shot, his back swing's higher, which means his back's feeling better.
We start with a legend, Parker Bohn III. Okay, lines the 1-2 pocket, has a strike. "40 years old, outside Chicago. One of the greats of the game. I would imagine without injuries, Randy, that victory total will be a lot higher. He has battled his body for years now.
Look how high that swing is. And the velocity.
All looking good, you're right. 2007 Miller Park in Milwaukee. 2 lanes set up in the outfield for the event. Look at that, young Sean Rash, 25 years old. Knocked out Steve Jarris, 269, 245. First career major. Gave Sean Rash 4 titles in his first 4 TV appearances. Dad watching, has always been a mainstay in his life. And you were there, RP. Wow, huge crowd. Masters for Sean Rash, tries for another one this year.
Was that 16 years ago?
Hard to believe.
Look how young everybody looked. Oh, my goodness.
"17-time titleists." Okay.
That was piped. Sean Rash going with 2 different balls, the same strategy that Kyle Sherman used in our last matchup. Sean using an infinite physics on the right lane, reality check on the left lane, something that you need.
We got waters anywhere?
I'm talking about the bowling ball.
Right.
You could use one of those.
I could use it,
Yeah.
not reality check, the
No,
bowling
not.
ball.
Yeah,
That.
was fun.
that one. What's Parker using?
Our silver
A katana assault, something that's going to happen to you in the parking lot later.
Whoa! Hang on a minute. Light hit and big trouble. 1-3-7.
What is it, the 137, Dave?
Yep.
All right, so you know what he's got to do, right? He's got to cut this head pin over into the 7 pin.
43%. if you make it. A tough one for Parker. Got it! It's what you do on a major show for the legend. Spare the game. Sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. Lower your initial mortgage rate by 3% with rate reduced from Guaranteed Rate, bringing your mortgage rate down hard. What a shot, Randy.
Yeah, you don't get to 35 wins during your career without making a few of those. Parker Bohn, not only a great strike ball, but one of the best spare shooters you'll ever see.
Still a flare for the big show, the bright lights. Saw that a couple summers ago in Portland. The king of the lanes. That was so fun to watch. The place was rocking. And a big crowd here tonight behind these two great bowlers. Sean Rash, healthy again, or at least healthier.
And there's a look at his arsenal we already talked about. Parker Bohn's just piping it from out. Sean Rash a little bit deeper on the right side of the lane. Watch the backswing again, folks. Look at that. Back up where it used to be. Great shot.
Looking good, looking good. 60 feet to success for Sean Rash.
Remember the back issues, and one of the things that a bad back will do is it'll limit the height of the backswing. We saw Wes Malott at the Tournament of Champions. But, folks, look at that. There's the cup wrist at the bottom of the swing. That generates the revolutions. And Sean, a big guy. You can see over the years what happens to us when we get old. We lose a little bit of that knee bend. In fact, I have no knees anymore. They're gone.
Match results, there you can see it. They have gone head-to-head once already. Rash trying to stay hot here, Randy. Okay.
Red hot.
Wow.
Keep your composure, Sean. Doing great. Perfect through 4.
Front 4.
Right in between first and second arrow.
Piping it.
Yeah, I mean, typically, like, you know, throughout the Tournament of Champions, we saw players in the 4th, 5th arrow in game 1 and 2. I mean, early on, players were real deep. Again, more of an old school type of pattern here at the Masters.
4th for Bohn, looks for the double, looks to cut to lead. To 20, does just that. Registration for the inaugural 2023 LBC National Championships now open to all bowlers of all skill levels from all centers. This summer in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, you can compete in singles as well as optional doubles and team events. Even combine your scores with the pros. Enter today at pba.com.
Dave, you should think about entering that. You know, give it a shot. I'll be your tour rep.
I could use a lot of coaching from you before that. PB3. Not this time. 4-7 up. Chance to cut it to 10 pins. At the midway point. Does not get it.
Break point looked pretty good, but a little bit right at the arrows causes this ball to go high. Just leaving the 4-7. Oh, way.
Oh, no. The chop and the 7.
It never fails, man. I talk about how good a spare shooter he is.
God love that kid.
He makes the washout and then misses the 4-7, chops the 4 straight back. Sorry, Parker. I shouldn't have said anything.
So that hurts. All of a sudden, the lead balloons at 34 pins. At least Parker can have a little laugh about it because Sean Rash, like Kyle Sherman, is on fire here. Looking for the front 5. And trying to go up by 44 pins.
I got to relax. Hold on.
Apparently, a youngster said something to Parker,
Yeah,
right?
something happened down on the floor. I didn't hear it, but it's even got Sean going.
Okay.
And the same kid just said sorry. This is great.
He's regrouped, tries to go up by 44. We'll do just that.
Oh, yeah. Check out that ball speed, folks. Again, another sign that Sean Rash is feeling pretty good, almost 20 miles an hour.
Who do I ask for a re-rack? May I please have a re-rack, Rob Gottschall, tournament director.
We have a 6-pack alert. It's the Pabst 6-pack alert. If Sean strikes here, he'll win a grand. Sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Please remember to drink responsibly. There it is. Pull over. Pull over.
All right, come on. Good shot here. Stay focused. One shot at a time.
One re-rack left in the match.
You in the lane.
Go by 54. Got $1,000. Let's hear it. Six.
Sean Rash, red hot, front 6. Can he stay perfect? Lots more to come here at Thunderbowl.
Let's flash back. Wow, look at that video. May 9th, 1998, ABC Masters, Reno, Nevada, National Bowling Stadium. Parker Bohn III, the 13th televised 300 game. That came against Chris Sam. He was the first bowler to have...
Hey, was that a caterpillar on his lip? What is that?
He looks sharp. First bowler to have previously lost to a 300 televised game in 96 at CK Moore, and later accomplished the same feat for a win.
Awesome.
Pumped Parker Bohn III.
Awesome stuff. He did it against those heavy pins, too. Those gold pins were heavy.
ABC Masters here at the USBC Masters in 23. Sean Rash perfect halfway home with the front 6. Parker Bohn III comes off an open, his 6th frame with his family watching closely behind.
89.
PB3.
Yeah.
I just can't find it.
Yeah, is having a little trouble with that ball coming up the hill. And again, if he gets the ball too far to the left, it's going to overhook. It's a real fine line, that outside part of the lane. I kind of dig the red oil, though, you know?
I love the red oil.
Yeah. It's kind of cool.
Very distinct. Pops on TV.
Really does. Yeah, I like it.
2-5 for PB3. Got that.
And if you notice, Dave, there's no red on the outside part of the lane. What does that tell you?
Because can't go there.
There's no oil there.
God
Cliff,
love that
right?
kid.
Still talking to the young man. Parker's
One of the greatest guys ever, right there.
Fantastic. Not the oldest to make a major show. Buzz Fazio was 60. 1968 USBC Masters. He was the runner-up, 4-7 here for Parker. But still, could become the oldest if he somehow miraculously rallies and wins, and then wins Sunday, the oldest ever champion. Not going to happen tonight.
Well, he's in a big giant crater. Forget the hole. Sean Rash is just putting it to him. But it's great to see Parker. Last year we got to see Norm Duke in the title match against Simonson. I mean, that was awesome. And it came down to the 10th frame. What a great finale that was. But anytime we can see stars like Norm and Parker, of course, we're not going to see Norm anymore. He's retired. But, man, it's so great to see Parker under the bright lights once again. Sean Rash, though, in complete control through 6. He's perfect.
Good for the front 7. Yes! Sean Rash, the first 7 strikes toward bowling a perfect 300 game. Should hear any other player on tonight's show bowl a perfect game. Everyone in America can receive a free game of bowling courtesy of Go Bowling. To pre-register, GoBowling.com. Sign up for the Go Bowling free America
5
promotion.
frames to go.
I'm still trying to
No
win the
pressure.
match.
Well, and he just saw that graphic come up, and he's like, hey, thanks. Sean Rash has bowled 2 televised 300 games. If he were to bowl another, he'd be the only player in PBA history to have 3 on television. It's okay.
10-pin stand.
9 spares,
I like
good.
going out. That's weird.
Oh,
That might be distracting.
a little strobe action. Kind of reminds me of my disco days,
focused.
Dave. You know?
I was kind of hoping you would not elaborate, but I guess you set yourself up. 10-pin there. So we'll not have the 35th all-time televised 300 game. You and I called it last year outside Seattle. Troop and Belmont, same day, PBA Tour Finals. That was incredible. Won by Jason Belmonte.
Oh, my God.
Parker crossing over.
Yeah, look at the red line and the blue line. It wasn't his best. You know, I think one of the things that's most impressive about Parker Bohn III at age 59 is his knee
You guys
bend.
want to throw the next one for me?
He still
Hey,
has.
I know you don't drink, but if you do miss it, I'll buy the round for you.
Well, thanks. Thanks a lot, Sean. Talk about a cheap bar bill.
Hands are up. Everybody in the house, hands up. 5-pin. Got that. A rare lead for a pro. And as the tradition goes, if you miss a 5-pin, you buy for the house.
Good thing for you, they don't drink in Detroit.
You okay?
Look at that. You try that at age 59 for how many games did he bowl this week? 36? Incredible. No, don't do that. That's just wrong on every level. That's insulting.
You're right.
That's insulting to a Hall
Don't
of
those
Famer.
pins know who's bowling right now?
Hey, my kid's laughing at me
7-9.
right now.
Which one, Brandon?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Have a little fun now. This one's over. 9-pin up, open frame. And insurmountable hole here for Parker Bohn III. But man, was it great to watch him compete on TV again.
Yes, sir.
Boys is and Sean Rash, who has advanced. They'll take on Patrick Dombrowski. Winner of that match makes Sunday's championship show on Fox, 1 Eastern. That is the final show.
You don't want the
This
infinite on
event.
the left? Okay.
Championship round.
He's going to look at another orb on this left lane here in the 10th frame, going to an RSTX 3. Thing looks like it was hit with lane screen. It's so sanded.
Phase 2. Okay, let's just throw the whole bag.
Yeah, that's your tour rep, Sean. Phase 2 now. He's going to go through his entire arsenal here in the 10th.
2 wins in this building, 2016. The PBA Fall Swing, you and I called that, Randy. The Badger Open, the Detroit Open, multi-event. Here at Thunderbowl. This one's over. Sean Rash knocks out the Hall of Famer easily with a front 7.
Thank you, Parker.
As always, great to see PB3. Kyle Sherman will take on Chris Vi. The powerful two-hander winner advances to Sunday's championship show. Two great bowlers, only one can advance, Randy. Parker Bohn III hugs it out with Sean Rash. Family and friends watching. The Hall of Famer exits, but always awesome to watch him in action.
Yeah, I mean, these two spent a lot of time on Brunswick staff together. Now Sean's over at 900 Global. Parker's still with Brunswick, but, I mean, you can see the mad respect these two have for one another.
What a great shot. Sunday, 1 Eastern on Fox, USBC Masters Championship round. Double elimination possibly for the top seed, Anthony Simonson. Michael Martell is the 2 seed. Those two already on the show coming up on Sunday. So, Randy, amazing. Kyle Sherman, fantastic. Sean Rash, front seven, also awesome in their matches. And now we look forward to Sherman and Vibe.
Yeah, and Chris Vi has been pretty hot as of late as well. And another player that has not one but 2 perfect games on television, that man right there. And he brings the lumber. The two-handed stylist, he's strong as a bull. And you can see it right there in those pipes. But I'll tell you what, that man right there, full of confidence. He knows exactly what he's doing physically. And mentally, he's in a really good spot to capture this major.
In this building, 2021 PBA Tour Finals, Chris Vi threw a 300 game. Yeah. He told us before the show tonight, has a good feeling hitting these lanes again.
Yeah, and a good feeling because he has won a major championship. He knows what that's like, winning the U.S. Open. He's looking for number 2.
Well, they say attitude is everything. Let's talk about that and much more with Kimberly Presser. Time now for Pressing Questions, brought to you by Go Bowling.
Bill, who is of the personality of glass is half empty out here?
Oh, there's a lot of glass half empty guys out here. At the moment, it actually, it might be myself.
Who is the most negative on tour?
Negative. Oh, anyone that just shot 140. It always seems that the most negative people are Hall of Famers.
I would have to say Mr. Barnes.
Chris Barnes has gotten pretty negative. I think it might have to do with old age.
Well, I'm sure some people probably listed me as that guy, but I not everybody understands witty sarcasm.
Would you be surprised if I told you that someone said that you have a positive personality?
Yeah, I would be very surprised.
Now, who would you say is the most positive personality out here?
Probably Butters.
Jacob Otroff.
I love everybody on tour, so I want to say when I walk into a bowling center, you always get positive vibes from Kyle Troop.
See, a lot of the other athletes that I interviewed, it was a very easy answer for them, and they said it was you, that you are the most positive on tour.
Really? Wow, I'm flattered.
I mean, the guy that's winning the most is probably the most positive, so it's pretty easy to probably say Bomo.
I mean, I would give it to Belmo. He strikes a lot. The most positive, it's usually Belmo because he's always winning.
I try to be really positive out here.
He's always skipping around the bowling center because he's either leading or, he's in if he has a bad block and he's in 10th, he's still kind of happy.
When they see me skipping, as they say, I think that's an indication that I'm going to have a good week, and it already gets into their heads a little bit.
Mind games, right off the bat.
Watch me skip out of here tonight, don't worry.
Please do. We got the camera rolling. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Kimberly, thanks.
That's good stuff.
Almost skipping away. You're a Hall of Famer. You negative guy?
I'm right in the
I
middle.
don't think so.
I think I'm right in the middle.
No, you're positive. We're positive the next match is going to be awesome. It's Vi Sherman head-to-head. Contenders bracket continues tonight from Allen Park here on FS1. Packed house here at the 2023 USBC Masters, Allen Park, Michigan. Getting ready for the second match here for Sherman, who blasted Tom Smallwood. 279-209 match one. Parker Bohn III didn't have it tonight against Sean Rash. It was fabulous. Rash, Patrick Dombrowski, match four. But first, though, it's Sherman and Vi in a tremendous head-to-head. First ever appearance we talked about for Kyle on a major show. Contenders bracket aired for the first time in PBA Tour history, USBC history. All meeting is the Sunday, 1 Eastern on Fox. Championship round of the USBC Masters. Sherman starts the match. Perfection. Here is Chris Vi, Springfield, Ohio. Randy, power bowler, two-hander.
By the way, not to regress, but that's 10 in a row for Kyle Sherman. Oof. Dating back to his first game. Now you're up to date. You're welcome.
Always. Thank you, Randy.
This guy here has got some serious pythons.
Chris Fye.
Oh, my goodness.
Goodness.
3-4-10?
3-4-10, come on.
It's not something you see every day.
Not the start you want.
All right, so think about like you're going to make the baby split, okay? The 3-10. So you get the ball over here, and you got to finally cut that 3-pin into the 4-pin. From the right side, plastic ball.
Early challenge here for Fye. No.
I mean, those lanes are so slick in that part that ball almost looked like it backed up.
Okay, good news for Chris Fye first frame.
What's the good news?
It's early.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Go ahead. Keep
right
going.
Back up here as the second bowler.
Okay.
Come back so you can get right back to as we check out his arsenal tonight.
Yeah, what is he using? How about Eternity?
Looking to move on here.
Oh, no, no.
Just a 7 for a moment there.
Not today, 7-10, not today.
Sheer and utter disaster to begin the match with a 7-10, but just the 7-up.
This guy's become quite the player last couple of seasons out here on the PBA Tour. How about the only player in PBA history to have 2 300s in a season?
Amazing. You and I call one of them in this building, as we talked about.
93% of the time, the tour average on the 7-pin, and those numbers and stats, as always, brought to us by our good friends at Lane Talk. For more information, please visit lanetalk.com. There you go, right there, Lane Talk. Great stuff, great people.
Fantastic info. They were 300 games, 30 and 32 all-time PBA Tour history. Televised perfection for Chris Fye. Won't happen tonight.
Infinite physics is what Kyle Sherman's going with. Kyle Sherman is going with on both lanes.
Looking to stay hot. 4-pin streak comes to an end.
No split, though. Spare, he has a 12-pin advantage, but it's early, only second frame. He'll make a little adjustment off of that, maybe a 1-and-1 move left, one with his feet, one with his target. Try to find a little bit more oil.
Now it's about strategy. Transition, making adjustments. 4-pin, almost a slam dunk for bowlers at this level. In just 2 weeks, real football for real fans is back. The 2023 USFL season opening kickoff weekend starts the new season on April 15th and 16th on Fox, NBC, and here on FS1. Can't wait.
Well, just between you and I only watch the USFL on FS1 and Fox just because. I can't wait. USFL is pretty cool to watch. And their unis, oh my goodness.
I love football all the time, so I'm glad. Glad it's back. Kyle Sherman's glad to be on TV here. First ever appearance in a major show. He's been fantastic. 279. His first game tonight. Wants to knock Chris Fye out. Oh, just enough.
There was like a little riot going on in front of the 8-pin right there. I don't know if you noticed that.
Sigh of relief for Kyle. Could have been dangerous.
Check this out. I mean, that's a lot of action going on right there in front of the 8. Yeah, the 8-pin deserved it.
Back to Chris Fye, trying to regroup here. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's the dreaded 7-10, made only 4 times on TV in PBA Tour history.
Well, he almost left one in the second frame.
There it is. You called it 2021. U.S. Open, the Ginger Assassin himself, Anthony Dyer. Chris Vi tries for another one. Got the 10-pin, leads the 7. It's an open. And the hole deepens here for Vi against Sherman, suddenly down by 21.
Well, I mean, and it's such a rare feat, I think we should mention the other 3 players that have accomplished converting the 7-10 on television. First of all, the late, great Mark Roth, but then followed up with Jess Stayrook, Johnny Mazza, and, as you mentioned, the Ginger Assassin.
Still early days here for Vi. He's got to rally. Got to do it now. He needed a strike there, but a 10-pin stands instead. Guy's 10-pin, but Randy's in a big hole. In real trouble in this match.
Yeah, and Kyle can really put the pressure on with a couple more strikes here in the 4th and 5th. He's working on one in the 3rd, and he's up by 25. So obviously Chris Vi looking for a little help from Sherman. 2022 Cheetah champion, Kyle Sherman.
So won the Lucy in 2019. Well done for Kyle Sherman.
Yeah, he's making great shots, especially when he's got a lead and he can add to it.
Welcome to the PBA beer frame.
His hand's gonna get tired.
Brought to you by Pabst Blue Ribbon Beer of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Please drink responsibly. Up by 35 pins. He is on a serious roll here. Tries for the turkey in the 5th. And a 45-pin lead. He's been dominant. Tries to stay right there. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, he hated it as soon as he let go of it, and you could see why by these numbers. Position at the arrows, position at the break point, everything left. Look at the red line, the blue line. As soon as it leaves his hand, he knows it. Yep, there it goes. And he's hoping that it wasn't going to leave that.
3, 4, 6, 7, 10. A tough conversion here for Kyle. Could change the match here, and it will.
And all of a sudden, Chris Vi has a little bit of life. It's only 14 now.
Wow.
And with a strike in the 5th and 6th going to break, Chris Vi can cut the lead to 4. Chris Vi's parents. That's Mama Vi on the right. She makes great cookies.
Angie makes the best chocolate chip cookies.
From what I hear.
You know, and so do I, and so does Kimberly.
I never get any. Kimberly always gets the cookies. I never get any.
Chris Vi trying to get right back in the match here. It's what you do. Your opponent makes a mistake. Kyle Sherman, an open frame, and Vi jumps on it.
Great shot here by Chris Vi. Take a look as the ball changes. He goes to a phase 2. And look at his eyes. He looks like he's looking at the pins, and then his eyes come back down to the floor. You know, we talk a lot about Mama Vi, and Craig told me earlier before the telecast, he says, you know, I don't get any love. And I said, well, Craig, do you bake?
Match results for Chris Vi so far. Comes in high, what a break! The 6 and 10 go down late for Chris Vi. We've got ourselves a match here, RP.
What a huge break. It couldn't have come at a better time for Chris Vi. Down big after just 3 frames, and right now it's 4 pins separating these two players to advance to the finals on Sunday. Chris Vi, what a huge break, tripping out the split. The 6-10 goes late, and he's right back in it.
Midway through this match, Sherman Vi head-to-head, huge crowd, sold-out house, Thunderbowl, Allen Park, Michigan. The USBC Masters rolls on here on FS1.
Well, let's take a look at a comparison between Chris Vi and Kyle Sherman. The laydown position completely different. Vi's farther left than Sherman is. Break point is always going to be about the same for all the players because that's the point on the lane where they're trying to get their bowling balls to. But again, take a look at the difference between these two numbers right here. Not all that dissimilar, just about a board and a half, 2 boards difference between the two players.
Crunch time. Four-pin match, 6 frames. Sherman finds the pocket. Let's go back down to Kimberly.
Well, guys, Kyle Sherman missed the first 3 tournaments of the 2023 season due to recovery from hip surgery he had in October for a torn labrum in his left hip. So over the break, I got an update from him, and he said that he's feeling good. He's at about 90%, but he said it's been a really long road to get here. So I asked him, hey, you got a few more matches left in you? And he laughed and smiled big and said, heck yeah, I do.
He's ready, KP. He is ready. Good to see Kyle recover and get back to 100%. This game takes a lot out of you. Let's go by 14. 7 frames, Sherman, yes. But it is a new match after Vi had open frames in 2 of the first 3, including the dreaded 7-10 split. Now works on a turkey here in his 7th to cut it back to 4. And with a double or getting up to a 4-bagger could take the lead. So cut it to 4. Oh. Good shot, 9-pin stance.
Wow. Thanks for nothing. Really nice shot here for Chris Vi. Look at that ball revving down the lane. That bowling ball goes right past the 9-pin. Sometimes that power can be a deficit, right? I mean, too much power, not as much deflection. Ball goes right past the 9-pin.
Spare ball, he's got it. But that was his chance to go in front here in this match. Instead, down by 15 pins, works on a spare in the 8th frame.
Yeah, and it came at a bad time. I mean, really, there's no great time for a solid 9, but he was working on a double, and Sherman just doubled.
First title came in a major.
Watch his eyes, the way he targets. He looks down at his target, looks far down the lane, and then draws his eyes back to that original target. Oh! Well, that's something different. Look at that tracer, that red tracer. It almost looks like he moved left and then tried to open up the lane. All right, so deeper lay down, inside second arrow, first ball we've seen in that zone. And then he tries to throw it into that friction spot down lane, get it to come back, and it did.
Here comes Sherman with a chance to put a stranglehold in this one. See the max scores, 239, 214. This two up by 25. Looks for the turkey in the 8th. Big shot, Sherman. You bet. Best shot of the match. Crunches all 10 into the pit. Perfection of the 1-3 pocket.
Big time follow through to the left on this shot by Sherman. Take a look. Wow. Great lines though. You see how that right shoulder is nice and low. Trail leg kicked out to the side. Perfect balance. I remember back in the day they used to say, hey man, you're dropping your shoulder. You can't drop your shoulder. You're dropping your shoulder. And now when somebody says that, I say, yeah, you're dropping your shoulder. Good, keep doing that.
Change of philosophy. You saw.
Just a different game, man.
Yeah, things have changed with equipment, right? Two-handers.
I mean, two-handers, equipment, everything's changed. The amount of oil per lane. I mean, back in the day, they used to use a thimble full of oil.
Wow.
Of course, we were bowling on wood lanes with urethane bowling balls, plastic bowling balls. You didn't need as much oil.
One re-rack left for Sherman. That's off target, but he got a good break and just the 2-pin on.
Just never really grabbed the lane, and that's why I went light. But only leaving the 2-pin, real easy, makeable spare for Kyle Sherman. Of course, every time I say that, somebody misses a spare, but I think Kyle can handle this one with no problem. Two-pin, 97.2% of the time, it's made every time. See?
Was that a Ron Burgundy reference?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I believe that's Panther. Here we are.
Well, and this is the numbers that you want to be real familiar with right here. That 214 max score and Sherman 218 max score. Right now, the only thing Chris Vi thinking of is striking out to put the pressure on Sherman.
Really needs it.
Oh,
doesn't get it. 4-pin stands.
Cannot get my ball to do the right thing.
Chris Vi, his 14th career TV appearance here tonight.
Just cannot get it to do the right thing.
The ultimate challenge on TV. Creating with your arsenal. That's Rob Gottschall for a re-rack. Ball reaction to the pocket. Overcoming the pressure. Bright lights. National TV. Full house. Sherman inching closer to Sunday's championship show. Tenth for Bohn. Finds the range this time.
.194 max score for Chris Vi. If he does strike out, he's going to need a lot of help from Sherman. Not sure he's going to get it. Had the right shape on the left lane. That right lane gave him a lot of trouble with the 4-pin, the 9-pin, all-around strikes. Open in the third when he left the pocket 7-10. Almost left a 7-10 in the second frame. 437 tens left this week. 2 were made.
Amazing. Okay. Hoping to finish out with one more and apply a little pressure, as you talked about, to Kyle Sherman. 2 of 430, huh? That's incredible. It's a lot. 7 tens left. Fairly common leave, but almost no success. Along with Mike and Darren Tang running the TV Bowling Supply, Columbus, Ohio, at Pro Shop.
Yeah, you know, what do they call the guy that's running the Pro Shop when they're bowling on tour?
Dude.
The dude.
The dude.
I mean, that's straight out of Lebowski, man. That's good stuff.
Probably watching back home in Columbus right now. Hope things are going well with business.
I'd like to meet the dude.
Here's Chris. There's a strike.
Yeah.
Really nice shot.
Good finish. He's hoping for a big, wide open split from Sherman. He needs 9. He doesn't even need a mark. He gets 9 on the first ball. It's 196. Chris Vai 194. He's really kept his emotions kind of intact throughout the 2 games that he's been on.
I thought he showed that to us in our meeting before the show.
It's been really cool.
The Bohn's been red hot, though. Needs 9.
Oh, no!
Goodness! 4-7-10 split, and hang on a minute.
Of course that hooks.
He needs to get, or to pick up the 4-7 for a tie. If he converts, he wins. If he gets only 1, he loses.
4-7 for a tie. An incredible conversion for the win. Incredible. Wants the 4-7. Gets that! Almost kicks it across the deck for the 10-pin, which stands. And we are tied.
That was pretty close. And what a gutsy play for Sherman. If he misses the 4-pin, he loses.
I'm going to go first on the left, the farther lane.
To tournament director Rob Gottschall, we are ready for roll-off.
9-10. 9-10. Single ball. I follow him.
Single ball, sudden victory roll-off. Wow. What a finish. So it's 5 first. There are the rules. Higher seeded player choosing the lane and the order. 1 shot. If it's tied, we'll do it again. Brand new life here for Vi. And he takes advantage.
What a turn of events. I mean, he was left for dead, and all of a sudden we're in a roll-off. He's the higher seed. He gets to pick whether he wants to start in what lane. He picks that left lane he just finished on.
Incredible. How will Kyle Sherman respond? Needs a strike to force another one. Anything less, Chris Vai wins the match. Gotta have it. Sherman responds. Wow. Oh, baby. Perfection in the 1-3 pocket. Let's do it again, Randy. And we'll keep going. until we have a winner.
It's had trouble on this right lane.
Round 2, roll-off time. 10-pin.
A little late and a little soft coming around the corner, but remember, there was the 9-pin and the 4-pin, and just not shaping it correctly on that lane. He said so himself, I'm not able to create the right motion. Now, Sherman, strike, he moves on to the big show on Sunday.
A 9 ties, and we'll do it again. An 8, he loses. Comes down to 1 shot. For the win. Yes! Kyle Sherman does it. Come on! Come on! A strike to win. And he advances to Sunday's championship show, the satisfying moment of the match, sponsored by Snickers. Nothing satisfies like a Snickers. How about it, Kyle? Kyle Sherman needed a strike for the victory. He gets a strike and gets the win over Chris Vi tonight. Fantastic bowling. Back here, Allen Park, USBC Masters on FS1. Contenders bracket show rolls on. We had high drama a moment ago, Kyle Sherman.
Did you say high drama?
I did. I did.
Man.
Roll-off win,
that was
20-19.
That was good stuff.
Fantastic over Chris Vi, the 9 seed. Now Rash, Patrick Dombrowski, seeds 48 and 27 overall. The 64 who started the 3-game total pinfall match play. Michael Martell, 2 seed. Simo, defending champ, is the top seed. And they await on Sunday's championship show, 1 Eastern on Fox. Unique twist, which seems to be overwhelmingly popular. Anthony Simonson was the top seed. Double elimination for the #1 seed. First time.
So
do I hit reset,
the tournament leader,
back there?
Anthony Simonson, you have to beat him twice to win the Masters.
You like it?
I mean, I think it's fair. It's the fairest way to go. But keep in mind that the stepladder finals was created for television. And on television, we have a time constraint, right? So that's why there's not a 2-game match for that title match. Well, on Sunday, that's exactly what's going to go down with 4 bowlers, right? And again, Anthony Simonson, I think, deserves to have 2 games to win the Masters.
Sean Rash would like to join Martell and Rash and Simonson on Sunday. It is right, Sean. Good start against Patrick Dombrowski of Parma, Ohio.
Sean looks like he's going to be a handful.
44 years old, 22 years of pro. He has never won a PBA Tour title. A lot of success at the regional level. Patrick starts his TV show with a strike.
And everybody you talk to about Patrick Dombrowski says he's sneaky good. Don't ever turn your back on him. He's just got a way of rolling that bowling ball. And just a part-timer. It's his 3rd event of the season, both the U.S. Open and Tournament of Champions. But make no mistake about it, earlier this season he won the RPI, and this guy can bowl. He is using, hang on, I'll tell you in a minute, looks like Idle Cosmos.
Trip 10-pin, good start here for Patrick, a full-time accountant. And the biggest roller coaster fan I've ever heard.
I asked Patrick earlier when he said he was an accountant. I said, hey, Patrick, you know, just testing to see if he's good at math. I said, Patrick, what's 2 + 2? He said, what do you want it to be?
So he's good at math and a good accountant.
I said, you're hired.
Oh, it's got to hook a mile.
Oh, help on the 7-pin.
Well, I mean, Sean exaggerated a little bit with that. It only had to hook a little bit. A mile would have been like, that would have been like over in like Flint.
That's far.
Great pin action. And again, Sean Rash is making really nice shots. The pins are cooperating.
Oh, good shots there.
And he, I mean, to me, so far this evening, he looks healthy for the first time in a long time. And again, I can only go visually by what I see. And when Sean gets that backswing up that high, there's only one way he can do that, and that's because he's feeling pretty good physically. Going with the same bowling ball on both lanes, reality check for Sean Rash.
Looking to keep us perfect in the match. He does. He is piping it to the 1-3 pocket.
I mean, that's just a high, hard one right at the 1-3, isn't it?
Heater.
Give him the heater, Ricky. Bang.
We've had Anchorman and now Major League.
Thank you.
References. You know I love movie references. Dombrowski responds. 6 up, 6 down here to begin our match.
Extended push away. Look at that nice high backswing, and there's the cup, wrist, and elbow at the bottom, and great balance. Look at that ball roll. Age 44. That's no spring chicken. He's still got plenty of game. Can you imagine people full-time out here?
Third TV appearance comes here tonight. Oh, no help on the 10-pin. Ends the strike streak at 6.
Well, you mean combined?
Correct.
Because that could be misleading. You know, you could, like, people might think you're saying, well, 6 for him, which would be hard to do since that was the 4th frame.
I thought it was fairly clear. Rigging 10-pin, got that.
I mean, I knew what you meant.
Little opening here for Sean Rash. Let's see if he can take advantage, partner.
Gotta get him again.
It was still a good shot either way you shake it for Dombrowski, but right now Sean Rash, again, is in that position where 2 more strikes and he increases his lead.
Stay patient. Good shot here.
Last title 2021, hard to believe. Future Hall of Famer.
6 or 7.
Gotta watch the screen.
No,
try it again here.
No, don't watch the screen. Remember, in his first match, he started with the front 7.
Watching yourself on TV is fun.
It sure is, as long as it's not on an episode of Cops.
They moved it again.
Focus. Yeah.
Stop going back and forth.
There are some distractions here for Sean Rash, but he has been awesome with a front 4 to begin the match.
I'll take a re-rack, please, Rob Gottschall.
Well, the screen down lane somehow caught Sean's attention, but it surely didn't affect that shot. I think that Sean has got to somehow put that out of his mind and focus on the task at hand. And that's continuing to make quality shots.
Sorry, RP.
No, you're good.
Always has the Wichita State colors. Former Shocker star, national champion. Tremendous college program.
How many time member of Team USA?
9.
Wow, that's a lot.
Great career. Looks for the front 5. He didn't like it.
They claimed it.
Him.
Yeah, he flamed it and got it right. You see the numbers there, break point, position at the arrows. Sean's trying to keep it really tight to the pocket, and this one gets just a little bit farther right than he wanted. But a nice break and just leaving the 2-pin.
John makes fair.
Been through so much. We talked about degenerative back problems, hamstring issues. Been through a lot of physical therapy, a lot of treatment.
But
get himself back to this position.
But bowling's not a sport. I mean, really? Try doing this. 40 games, not counting practice, and trying to keep the wheels turning, changing the oil and tires.
Dombrowski. Oh, good shot, 10-pin.
Man,
No weight to drop the bottle.
another distraction. Cured it though.
Ten-pin, a self-proclaimed roller coaster freak.
Yeah.
106 different roller coasters.
That's I mean, would you consider that an adrenaline junkie?
I can't even go on one.
Because?
Motion sickness. It's true. You do not want to see me on a boat in the open water.
I'm sorry, just the visual I got just now.
It's true.
Oh, get up.
Talking to it. It listens. Good shot.
Yes, sir.
For Patrick Dombrowski.
Sean Rash doing what he's got to do to advance to Sunday. Can he keep it going?
The PBA on FS1 is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. Knock your initial mortgage rate down by up to 3% with rate reduced from Guaranteed Rate. Learn more at rate.com. And by Go Bowling. For friends and family fun, log on to gobowling.com to find a center near you. Great look from the Detroit River from Windsor, Ontario. Across the water there to downtown Detroit, Michigan. We are close by in Allen Park. Thunderbowl, historic, venerable building. Great to be here again. To watch Sean Rash head-to-head with Patrick Dombrowski. The winner moves on. Here's Rash. Trip 10-pin.
Yeah, kick save on the 10 and a beauty. You heard Rash say be right, and it was right. Good one here by Sean Rash in between first and second arrow. On line, 6-pin goes to the sidewall, does its job. 2nd pin to the right, there it goes.
Expands the lead to 11 pins. Is to go up by 21. Looks for the double in the 7th. Dombrowski works on a strike when he returns to the lanes in his 7th frame.
Yes, sir.
Looking good. 21-pin lead for Rash. How will Patrick Dombrowski respond?
Nice end-over-end roll, helps keep the ball on line. Remember, if you're going to create more shape, you go with more side rotation. The straighter you want to go, the more end-over-end you want.
Dombrowski. Oh, good shot again, the 10-pin.
3 10-pins, 2 of them on that right lane for Dombrowski. Otherwise, he's perfect, and those 3 10-pins all looked like great shots pins are not cooperating. And Dave, honestly, that's the difference right now in this match. Hey,
Has a 10-pin.
Yeah, let's take a look at the 3D graphic that's coming our way right now, showing you the difference between the right lane and left lane for Patrick Dombrowski. You can see he's playing the right lane to hook more by about 3 boards. Same bowling ball on both lanes, break points pretty much similar, but take a look at the big difference when we go to the laydown area and the numbers. Right lane, left lane for Dombrowski.
That's a lot better. But that first spare had a chance with a double layer to cut it to 1. Now Rash.
Come on. Good shot here. You're in the lane.
Looks for the turkey 8th frame. Coming up next, boys high school hoops. The Throne National Championship semifinal number 2. Camden Avalanche of New Jersey against the Explorers of Florida. High school basketball is next on FS1.
Excuse me. Sorry. Water bubble.
Sean Rash wants to reset here. He has to go up by 31. Really take control.
Good process.
Big shot for a big lead for Rash. You bet.
Yeah. I think we should change his nickname to Mr. Fahrenheit because he's red hot.
I like it. I like it.
Oh, come on.
31-pin lead, foundation frame time here for Sean.
Yeah, 2 frames to go. Max scores, you can see 279 for Rash, 248 from Dombrowski.
Come on. Good shots here. You in the lane. You in the lane. Come on. Positive thoughts. Good tempo.
Reset again here. Now Sherman, roll-off win over Chris Fye. He is through to Sunday's championship show.
Had plenty of distractions before in the past. You know how to do it. Focus on your process.
He's got a lot in his head right now.
Positive thoughts.
Go by 41. 4-pin.
Damn it. Good shot. Could have struck. Good shot.
Oh, I thought it was left. Sean liked it. 4-pin. Covers this, he can't be shut out.
Which he does. Single pin spare conversion for Rash.
58-48, max scores for both players. Put a 2 in front of those numbers that I just said, Dave.
I followed you. I was with you.
I know.
Okay, good.
You're a veteran.
Dombrowski needs strikes. Needs them now. There's one.
What he needs is somebody to go down there and hit the 10-pin in the head with a bat. That's what he needs. This guy could have 9 in a row if it wasn't for that ornery 10-pin.
No problem that time.
No, man, that was beautiful.
It's got a YouTube page, the Team Coaster Bowlers. They use GoPros on roller coasters. I'm going to check it out later. It's awesome.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
One more. Come on.
Making things interesting.
Now, if he strikes out, Sean Rash has to strike first ball in the 10th. If he doesn't, Dombrowski moves on to Sunday.
Is his mind on that 10 pin at this point?
No.
Because they were good shots, right?
His mind is on puring every shot and all 10 in the pit. That's what his mind's on.
Another in the 10th, Dombrowski. Oh, my goodness gracious. It's the 10 again.
Man. All strikes except for 4 10 pins, which could be the difference between surviving and going home.
Mr. Ringing 10 pin tonight. Unfortunately, for 44-year-old Patrick Dombrowski of Parma, Ohio.
Oh, good shot. Good tempo.
South of Cleveland.
Any mark now for Rash, and he will move on to Sunday.
Good thoughts here.
Okay.
Regroup, same process.
All right. Step off again here.
Stay in the moment. One good shot. You've done this 1,000 times.
A strike wins it. Rash, a strike, and the win.
God damn, it feels good to be back. I'm coming for you Sunday, boys.
Sean Rash knocks off Dombrowski to advance the Sunday's championship round, 1 o'clock Eastern on Fox. He'll join Kyle Sherman. Michael Martell is the 2 seed, and the top seed, the defending champion, Anthony Simonson, who must be beaten twice on Sunday. Our coverage of the USBC Masters from Thunderbowl rolls on 1 Eastern. On Fox, we crown our 3rd major champion of the year. Coming up next, here on FS1 Boys High School Basketball, the Throne National Championship semifinal number 2 from Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia. Now for the entire crew. Randy Peterson, a Hall of Famer. Kimberly Pressler, lane level. It's Dave Ryan saying so long for now from Allen Park, Michigan. We'll see you Sunday, 1 Eastern on Fox for the championship round of the 2023 USBC Masters. Fun to watch. Parker Bohn III tonight back on TV. Kyle Sherman a roll-off, beat Chris Fye, and future Hall of Famer Sean Rash through to Sunday. You've been watching the PBA on FS1.